to episode 3. Let's talk about ghost and reincarnation with myself. So what do we know about ghost and afterlife and reincarnation? And what do we want to know? There's the believers and the non-believers out there, and there's the spectacle and there's the hopeful, the people who are in between, wonder if it actually is an afterlife. Is ghost real? Is it possible to be in a form of a transparent layer spirit and haunt houses and places forever? Is it possible to inhabit another human being body for so long? And can we reincarnate into an animal, into another human form? Those are questions that a lot of people wonder. And there's millions of conversation about it, and there's gurus and doctors and and practitioners and exorcist specialists, and for all of this to be answers. And I think there's just a lot of good information out there. So what is my say on it? I believe in form of presence of ghosts. Yeah, I've seen enough enough documentary to know that there is possible haunted house and places who have put the spirit presence in places more than others. Sure, there's not as much to be seen, to be present as many places as we maybe think they are. I mean, and it's probably very, very hard to capture. This is why only the people who are really, really into it are putting a lot of effort into capturing those images or capturing the ghost presence. So, and of course there's the charlatans and the scammers and people who will use that for either promo or money or something as a psychic. There's a lot of really good psychic and there's a lot of bad ones. So it's for you to differ the in between, and it's not always easy. For us compassionate and honest people, we want to believe the other people want to do good, and of course we tend to always look towards the positive. So let's think for a second. If one spirit who didn't go through the passage of death, who decided to reside among us because their transition to the light didn't happen properly, and they had some anger issue, some resentment, or they felt like their time on life wasn't finished completely, and so they don't go through the light transition and they stay, and they decide to go and find somebody else, somebody easy to get in and take place with other human for as long as they can. And so from what I read, basically they're not really allowed to scrutinize and make a choice. They just kind of have to jump in of the next spirit. So if a soul is very weak, it's easy for the spirit to get in and take residency. So maybe there's more than we think. There's no actual proof, and I think animals are probably easy to be reincarnated and to be taking residency. Now, we're talking about people who are going through death and then they stay in their body. But now, if we talk about reincarnation, it's somebody who already died and is reborn in animal spirit or another human for whatever reason. And I'm not an expert on that, but I think it's possible. I think there might be some we just don't know, and I would like to elaborate more and like to find out more about those things. So if anybody wants to comment on that and give us more information, you can click below, comment, redirect and share on Spirit Guide. Would love that. And just the thought, for a lot of people who lose their loved ones and their friends, just the thought that there will be a new life for someone to restart over, somebody who end their life abruptly and spontaneously and die from very young age, or from a very tragic accident, or from very, very sad death, and or suffering. And a lot of people wants to believe, and they get a chance to be reincarnated, to live a more peaceful and more happy life. And it's a wonderful thought. It's a wonderful thought to think that out there could be another chance for those people, for a beautiful life, and for all those people that we lost, and we want to know when they get that second chance, happiness and joy, and so I believe in reincarnation. I believe that it's happening more than we think, and we're just not aware of it. I think people are just too, a lot of people are clueless and too shallow, and overlook the human facade. I think it's just a matter of education and how ignorant are you to focus on the physical parts of your body. All is just a perception image of yourself. You just navigate, this body, but the soul is really who we are. The spirit is really who we are as humans. So some things, and a lot of people seem to forget. Then it's really what's inside that counts, and that needs to be brought out a little more. Because there is so many beautiful soul men, women out there who are overshadowed by the physical appearance of others, and not really seen for who they are, what they are. And I think that needs to change. That's just too ridiculous. But in a perfect world, some of those people, spirits and beautiful souls, do have the lights and have chance to use those beautiful traits for greatness. So this was Let's Talk About Ghosts and Reincarnation, and I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday, the last day of the week. And next time I'm just going to do let's talk about people in general. All right, great day everybody.